popping off, for example, where there's not, KZ going nuts and Felipox being the solid, very much calm voice, I'd say, in interviews is the best way I can describe him. But that was
his location. They're going to know that he's now playing in staff. How aware are they of the Thorns position? How about that from STK? Gets flashed out, decides to get aggressive, takes the peek, gets the kill. But he's going to need to find 4 more as he finds himself all alone. JV92 picking up Angels. Leaves us now 4 versus...
Because they're going to win EWC. They'll get the auto qualification to SI. We'll have a conversation. It'll be fine. There you go. Entry kill comes out too easy there for the Dockerby of KZ. Walking up main, getting rid of STK. That's a lot of that plant denial I was speaking about with the Soul is now removed. At least a trade is there, but there is still some work to do. Another one comes through. Now things finally starting to look good. But here comes Maya Tim doing Maya things, as he so often does. Has already found himself too, but now faces off against the Clash. This shouldn't be easy for him.
No, but when we get into this kind of 2v2 situation, we've got shield versus shield. Maya manages to pick up a double, and that's exactly what I was saying. You've all managed, actually doing a good job here. A minute so far, holding them at bay. Not been able to get inside of the map yet, Team Liquid Alienware, but he is put...
Alienware, they're all in pretty good spots here, to be fair. They've got one on the rappel out towards the west, they've got 2 on the windows, and they're ready to march on forward. And this could be a bit of a bruising end for INTZ.
I think it's going to be JV92 manages to pick up 1, KZ another. JV makes it a double for the round, and before you know it, Legacy finds himself in a 1v2. It's Flow!
And then the first couple of rounds, we had a JV92 3K. The second round was a... We've seen some really cool uses of it as well, and JV showing a little bit of that here in this round. They've got themselves in at the bottom, but look at this. He's well and truly tucked in, but it's a matter of time before he is done and out. Angels very much left to die out there by his team, as you're kind of forced to do. You try and commit towards helping him out, you're dead to the hatch. They have very little choice on that one. Another one comes on through, a third, a fourth. Oh my God, Tim. They've managed to get it down at least, but they aren't even going to be able to finish that one off. It is another flawless round.
Right on the salt flats is where those land speed records have been broken in the past. But yeah, Team Liquid Alienware, but I mean, having a good do at it. How about that though? Raps gets away with one. That's the oldest trick in the book.
Where a couple of them are as well, which is the crucial part. Arthur's very much stuck in this corner here. May just have to run for it, but no. Into the waiting arms of KZU. Anticipates a swing, and he's got the right idea. There is a player off towards that side.
Just having a little battle inside of Archives here. Legacy finds his man, takes down KZ. 4 versus 2. This is a round you got to win. If you want any chance against a team like FaZe, like Team Liquid Alienware, like FURIA, the best W7M, the best that we've got in South America, you're going to have to win when you're 4 versus 2 up. Simple as that. Maya fights back though, manages to take down Raps. Always aware that there's somebody down there lurking at the bottom of blue. 3 versus 2. Team Liquid Alienware fighting back. 20 seconds, Des.
No way. I mean, the problem is they've lost their chance of a flank now, unless they commit another player to go on that long rotate to try and make it happen. And here we go. They're getting one on the back of it. Surely, Tim, no way. Did they get away with this? It was 4 versus 2, Tim. But they brought it down off the back of a Maya 3K into a 2 versus 1. He hits 9 kills in the game. Angel yet to find his first. And it looks like, Tim, he could be waiting that little bit longer for Leapox, calling out the information on where he is. All they've got to do is play patient until he oversteps. And here we go. Stepping on forward for...
Trying to make a nuisance of himself underneath, but interesting
use, we
don't often see the keeper barricades used on the floor. A lot of players, I think, forget that they can be used like that to just give you that security from below. KZ does find the opener though, and the pressure continues. You gotta feel for STK.
Yeah, you can screenshot that one. There's just a triangle of players around him. Everything he does.
25 seconds left to go. Team Liquid Alienware leaving things a little bit late here. If things go wrong, that's going to be a problem because you don't have time for plan B, plan C. They're going to have to make sure plan A works. Legacy picks one up, taking down Maya with a headshot. 3 versus 1 as 2 quick kills come in. Could it be a 6-0 half? It's certainly looking like it. Legacy manages to find the feet of the Blackbeard, then takes down the Hibana. 2 more. Legacy holds up.
It feels so far, Tim, like outside of that final round clutch by Legacy, it has been saying this in these circumstances, but there are 2 halves to a game of
drawn intel. The lights are back on in CCTV now, so Team Liquid Alienware will be able to see what's going on. But INTZ have got nice clean access into server here, Des. They get the first kill as well, taking down KZ. That's the thorn off the board. A good gun is gone, and there's a real chance for INTZ here.
I'm worried about the time or anything, or in the last 30 seconds, and they've still got quite a bit to do. JV gets Angel back, which certainly isn't ideal, but look at the range we've got here as well. JV, Aruni, as we all know, on defense right now, an absolute demon with that DMR. So all the gadgets keep on raining on through. Another smoke coming out, but is it deep enough? No, it's not. Arthur's will be able to try and stick this one out here, as no one's going to be able to stop him. You can see all the gadgetry inside the site, no one around to deny. And now suddenly, Team Liquid Alienware have got to spring into action. They're a man down. They're in a post plan. This is not looking pretty.
Oh, not at all. Just roaming around there, taking damage from their own Vulcan canister and trying to get an angle, but JV, they're not... Oh, I was going to say they're not going to offer you anything. They don't need to. Arthur does strafe across the door, manages to pick up one, wraps with another. Maya fighting back, but Arthur is in there, in the mix. Right.
Of course, wants to make sure he gets a chance to make use of those breaching rounds, but see his head, and sure enough, trying to take it clean off, gets away with one. But Maya, it's just too easy, Tim. It is too easy.
I think Maya should have to up the difficulty. He's obviously playing on easy. He's obviously playing on recruit, isn't he? There's not a chance. They are not in a position to start putting this diffuser down, and they've got a clash to deal with. So a lot of work yet for them to do. KZ manages to pick up Raps 3 versus 2 as STK finds one onto Felipox. It's still doable. 35 seconds left to go. They've got to stop shedding bodies, though, and 2 go down. Make it 3. Team Liquid Alienware get themselves onto 6. It's at least control of everywhere but the site.
This should be the kind of time now where we're Team Liquid Alienware with 75 seconds to play. 4 versus 2. Back in towards site. Play behind the C4 you've got in back pocket in the 3 smokes that you've got.
Down the difficulty, of course, is getting through this single door. Once he gets himself through there, if he's not looking like he's going to do... Oh, what a shot! Manages to find the angle. Takes down JV92. And that just opens up this basement for him. If he can get through this funnel, through this choke point, another beauty onto Maya, it means he's got a real opportunity to win the round. 3K from Angels. 2 versus 1 now. Nade desperately trying to hold on.
That is mad that you see a team of this caliber drop away from a 4v2 and a basement defense to this, and then Legacy's there to collect the last. But I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous already for Team Liquid Alienware, Tim. Shields bearing down on you, and a lion scan? Ugh. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that one. So hopefully they can find themselves with a couple of early entries here to really get momentum going into the round. But no, Legacy, who's been their star player today, falls. They get rid of a second as Arthur tries to capitalize, Tim. It's falling apart before our very eyes. A 5v2. It looked like a bit of a valiant fight back, Tim, but David versus Goliath was a bit of a fairy tale for one reason. It only worked the one time, and here, I think Goliath is coming crushing on down on the little man.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. Until INTZ got themselves onto that round 5, I wasn't really willing to believe, because Team Liquid Alienware remain in front of him. He's going to start taking damage. Not ideal. And you just feel that his days are numbered. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. So he does have time going for him at least. Does have those Dockerby calls as well. But they know he's coming. JV92 steps around the corner, and Team Liquid...
Bomgia Felipox, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining us. I want to ask you, how are y'all doing now since kickoff didn't really work out the way that you wanted it to be? What did you change in the meantime? What were you mostly practicing on to get back in the swing of things in stage 1?
Bom dia, Milosh. Bom dia, Alfama. Nice to see you guys. Nice to be back here playing and winning, and be back here in the interview. Yeah, we didn't qualify, and we changed a lot. We didn't change a lot of things. We stick with the rules, but we took the time to really see what went wrong and prep even more. So I think it was like, it wasn't good to not be there in the major, but it was good for the moment for us to really have a time and see what was going wrong. And I think we really fixed a lot of things. And yeah, we did a good showing today.
You mentioned role changes. What specifically changed in the meantime? Who's on what now?
No, I said it wrong. We stick with the roles. We didn't change that. Yeah. We stick with the roles. I'm the support one and all of that. But now we had even more time to get along with that and to prepare. Because kickoff was really fast, so we changed the rules. We had the entry of Maya, and we only had like, I don't know, 3 weeks to prepare, and then the tournament was 2 weeks already also, so it was really fast. So I think the time was really good for us.
I think we could see the results directly in the game. That's what I told Milosh at the beginning of the game. I felt like maybe not qualifying to the major was a blessing in disguise, in the sense that you guys made such huge, drastic rule changes. I'm thinking of JV, for example, that had like a poor kickoff statistically, but he had to adapt to a whole new role. You had to integrate Maya into it. You went more on the back line and were playing a lot of shields as well. I think we're starting to see the results in this very first game. What do you think is the reason where the defense were a little bit shakier than the rest of the match in the whole?
I think Bank is a map that it's hard to defend. And also INTZ was doing really good attacks. And we had a round like a 4v2, I think, that it was really good for us and we threw. So it could have been easier. So yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too worried about you. I think that the level you showed today is a great example of that. Would you agree that maybe the fact that you were kind of hiding or hidden in the last 2 months, when big teams like FaZe, for example, or FURIA were showing a lot of stuff at Salt Lake City, do you think this is going to be an advantage going into this stage to surprise them and eventually go to EWC?
I think it's good in a way, not in the sense of like hiding things, because Rainbow Six changed a lot, like really fast. So I don't think in that way, but I mean in the way that they are not thinking about us, like that we started to be like some kind of underdogs. We are never going to be the underdogs, but you know what I mean. Like we didn't qualify for the major, so now we aren't the favorites anymore, and I think in that sense it's really good.
It gives you it kind of hides your full energy levels, to give a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z quote here. But Felipox, it is a great opening for Team Liquid Alienware. Is there anything you'd like to say to the TLAW fans out there that are looking forward to a victorious stage 1?
I'd like to thank, first of all, for the kind messages that we received after not qualifying for the major. It was really good to see that you guys are supporting us and you guys have our back. So thank you, and we are doing our best to do everything to qualify, to make you guys happy and proud of us. And hopefully we are going to qualify for the EWC, then for the major, and we are going to maybe win it. That's our goal. So thank you for the support, and don't forget to buy the Team Liquid skin on Rainbow Six Siege.
Very good. You get the extra 5 points at the end of it. Felipox, thank you again. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow for more matches. Bye-bye.
If you just have one or a couple of mistakes in one round, you're going to get punished, even if it's against INTZ. They have the level, they have the players to beat you. So it's not a surprise as well. Just want to point out that we're still seeing the same trend for the players. Maya, KZ, still the big hitters on the side of Team Liquid. But the new thing that's cool is JV finally stepping up. And realistically, you only need 2 to 3 big fraggers in the team.